and today I'm going to be talking about banning the dog meat industry. According to the statistics by its Pennsylvania, 2.5 million tank or dog meat soup, using about 8,500 tons of dog meat per year. Looking at these unimaginable numbers, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Something should be done, definitely, to protect these innocent dogs. Right? I want to introduce a touching story that show how much the dogs are loyal to their masters and how much they actually care about us. In this picture, there's a dog mourning at a casket of a Navy SEAL at the funeral. So what happened was that at the funeral of a Navy SEAL named John Thomason, his dog was actually expressing its faithful companion by lying down near the casket. As such, this story, the relationship between the dogs and people does not just stop at a pet-owner relationship, but dogs can be our friend and even our family. However, shockingly, as I mentioned before, there are a number of dogs that are being killed in dog meat industry to satisfy people's dog meat consumption. And here is the brutal reality of how dogs are being treated. From their birth, they have to live under a torturous condition. For example, they have to live in tiny cages, as you can see in the pictures, being separated from their mothers. And in general, dogs are being slaughtered in unimaginable ways. They're hanged, electrocuted, and beaten to death because of the prevailing myth that the greater the suffering, the more tender and tastier the meat's gonna be. So observing this horrific reality, it is urgent for the government to be more attentive and take some action to ban the dog meat industry. More specifically, they could implement an awareness policy by revealing the reality of the dog meat industry that would in turn reduce the number of the dog meat eaters and ultimately ban the dog meat industry. Before I talk about the awareness policy, let me first explain about the current situation in South Korea. The first animal welfare and protection law, called the Animal Welfare Law of 1991, was implemented, but it did not have much effect. And another revision was made in 2006, but this also made no substantial improvement. As a result, these laws were not effective enough to change the dog meat industry. This is because the Korean government is pulled in opposite directions with the animal rights activists on one side and the dog meat eaters on the other. So the important question would be, what does the government can actually do to ban the dog meat industry? One possible solution is to raise the awareness by publicizing an ironic fact that a number of people actually die by eating dog meat infections. There may be many reasons behind these infections of dog meat, but the most influential reason could be the unsanitary or the dirty environment where the dog meats are being distributed. These health problems associated with the dog meat can be used to raise the awareness of the need of banning the dog meat industry. However, it is true that there are still many people who are supportive of dog meat consumption. Some may argue that dog meat is our culture, Koreans' culture eating habit that is unique compared to other cultures, and some people may argue that we should eat dog meat on days like Gongnar, which is the hottest day of summer, to increase our stamina and vital energy of our body. However, nowadays, as more Koreans are fighting for the right animal protection, I think there is a hope to find a right solution. And I personally think it is important to raise the public awareness of the reality of dog meat industry that would stop the innocent dogs from being killed again. Thank you for listening.